Hey everyone, today I'm sitting down with Hannah from Bent Paddle Brewing in Duluth, Minnesota. For over 13 years, Bent Paddle has been transforming the Lincoln Park craft beer district into a thriving community with great beer, live music, and a genuinely family-friendly experience. So today we're going to talk about their flagship Bent Hop IPA, their experimental pilot brewery, and how they've helped revitalize an entire neighborhood. Let's get to it. All right, well, so thank you for taking the time to join me today for the interview. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So I just want to tell you to start off a little bit more about what we're doing here.
Mhm.
So we run a website called MidwestMicrobrew.com, and it's like a craft beer directory so that customers can find new breweries that they can try out and learn a little bit more about them before they actually, head in the door. So one of the other things we're doing is just interviewing the brewmasters or the marketing people or people who are just passionate about their brewery to find out more about it. So I guess could you start with just telling me a little bit about what you do for Bent Paddle and kind of your story?
Yeah, sure. So I have been with Bent Paddle for 2 years now, so not a super long time. And I am our marketing and content coordinator. So I
Gotcha.
manage our website and our social media and our emails and everything that people like use to communicate with us is me. And then we have a graphic designer on our team too, Lucas, who does a great job and makes all the visuals and stuff.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. So what's kind of the origin story for Bent Paddle? What kind of inspired you to start there at Bent Paddle rather than a different place?
Oh, for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Paddle is super involved in the community, and has been here as one of the longer standing breweries in the area. It's in a really unique part of Duluth too. It's the Lincoln Park Craft District. And Ben Paddle like helped be a catalyst to making this neighborhood what it is today. So now we have like two breweries here, three breweries here, and then a couple cideries as well in this neighborhood. And yeah, over the past like 12 years or so, it's really grown. So yeah, when I saw the position open for Ben Paddle, I was pretty excited to apply to it and hop aboard the team. And yeah, it's been really good.
Wow. You said Bent Paddle's been around for 12 years, or is it?
We're going on our 13th year now.
Wow. All right. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, we're excited.
Um, how would you describe your brewery in one sentence to someone who's never been there before?
Ooh, outdoorsy, community based, and great, I guess. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really friendly, like family friendly tap room space. We have a lot of offerings for a lot of different people. We're always having like live music happening or community events happening here. So yeah, it's like a pretty happening place, and it's really fun to be around and be a part of.
Yeah, that sounds perfect for Dubuque, or not Dubuque, sorry, Duluth. Duluth is pretty like outdoorsy, isn't it? It's
Yep, it is. We have like a bunch of really, really like world class mountain biking trails. We have the Superior Hiking Trail, which goes from Duluth all the way up to Canada.
oh wow.
Um, yeah, and just like tons. And obviously the lake is right here, so that's really cool too.
Yeah, that's awesome. What makes it unique within the Duluth brewery scene, would you say?
I think the fact that we've been around for so long has
Mhm.
been pretty unique. We started at a like way smaller space, just across our parking lot here. And we've been around for a while and have really been able to adapt to things. So yeah, we started off as just a production brewery, I believe. Or that was like the primary thing that we had going on was the production brewery. And then we were able to start selling in the tap room. And then after we were able to sell in the tap room, it just got really busy and really big. So when
Wow.
was that? 2013 is when we launched. So yeah, after 2013, like the craft beer industry really was just taken off. And so we had a really small tap room area. And then in 2018, I believe, we moved to our new space and it's much bigger. We're able to have live music in here. We're able to host like multiple events at a time in here. And we also have a pilot brewery attached to this tap room. So that's really fun. Our pilot brewer makes like a bunch of different beers and is able to try some stuff that we don't have in the market. So it's really cool for people to be able to
Oh,
come in and try some like unique offerings too. Yeah.
yeah. No, I love it when breweries have that kind of creative freedom to them. That's really cool. I'll definitely
Yeah.
be asking more about the live music stuff later. I think that's
Cool.
that's always a great addition to a brewery.
Yeah.
Um, So walk me through kind of like the first time visitor experiences from when they're, the first moment they walk in. What do they see in the tap room? What's the experience like, I guess?
Yeah, it's a really bright and open tap room. Walk up the stairs, or we have an ADA accessible door on the back side of our building for people who have wheelchairs or just need a little bit easier access to the building.
Hmm.
You walk in and it's really bright. We have lots of big windows, some kind of like really warm wood around. We have, and then immediately you see the bar and all the tap lists and all the tap signs. And we've broken it up into like our year-round beers, and then our seasonal beers, and our pilot beers, and then we also have like our pretty big THC section right now. So
Gotcha.
that's really good. Yep. And then we have some areas for children to hang out in. We have a gift shop with a bunch of really fun gear, and then we have a private rental room kind of in the back corner.
Hmm.
This building used to be an old furniture store, so there's like some historical aspects to it, like lots of
Oh,
old
wow.
brick, lots of exposed beams. Yeah, it's cool. And then we have just like some local art and some local photography up and around, lots of paddles, as you
Yeah.
can imagine. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what the space is like. Lots of tables. We have plenty of seating. Gosh, we have a yard too. We have so much. For in the summer, we have live music outside and people can sit out there and hang out there. And we have a nice patio that's warmed in the winter so people can bring all their pets to the tap
Warmed in the
room.
winter sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I'm from kind of Chicago area originally, and just the winters around the Midwest are just so brutal. So
Yeah, and it gets
that's
pretty,
awesome.
obviously, it gets pretty cold here in Duluth. We're right next to Lake Superior. So
Yep.
sometimes when that wind comes off the lake, it is quite cold.
I bet, yeah. So you mentioned that it's kind of like a family friendly space, right? Is that like certain hours or how does that work usually?
No, all the time.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, we when we book live music and when we
Mhm.
have events here, it's just kind of like known, or I think it's communicated with the artists that this is a family friendly space. So keep that in mind as you
Mhm.
are performing and being here. And with that being said, too, like parents and adults, keep in mind, like it is also a brewery.
Yeah.
And people are drinking and there's live music and stuff. But yeah, we have a lot of offerings for all kinds of people. We do have like this fun little like play area. It's like a little cave that children can like hide in and play. We have tons of games that people can use. We allow people to bring in food from pretty much wherever they like, or they can
Mhm.
order it in the tap room. And then we have like non-alcoholic beers and seltzer. Well, not non-alcoholic seltzers. That's kind of true. Anyways, but then we also have like bubbly waters and root beer and just a variety of things and some snacks too for people to feed their children with while they're hanging out and drinking beer.
Sounds great. Do you get
Yeah.
you mentioned it was pretty busy. Do you have like a lot of regulars that come in or people that are typically, repeat customers?
Yeah, we do. We have a good number of regulars, which is great. We love seeing the regulars. We have a number of people that live in the area that come up regularly, people that work in this neighborhood. And then we also have people who will just like make it a stop as they go up to the North Shore of Minnesota or as they're coming down to the cities as well. So we're like right in between the North Shore, and then the Twin Cities is about 2 hours south of us. So
Gotcha.
it's pretty easy for people as they travel to and from to just come by and grab a beer and go on their way. So yeah, we have some people that come back like seasonally, and then some people who are in here pretty regularly throughout the week too.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always a good sign.
Yeah, it's great. It's nice to like get to know the people who are like enjoying our beer and enjoying our beverages.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It's just, I mean, that just means that it's they liked it enough to come back a lot, right? That's great.
Yeah, that and like our people too, which is great. Like our staff are wonderful and make such like a welcoming environment for people that they like want to come back and feel comfortable being here regularly, which is always really good.
Yeah, well, you definitely want that.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a good question for you since you're in marketing. Do you have any like Instagram moments or spots that people love to photograph in the brewery? Like,
Oh, yeah, we have a big mural wall, which is really fun for people to stand in front of and take photos. It's also just nice to look at. And then just our tap room is great for taking photos. There's a lot of natural light. So we love seeing people post their photos of like the beers that they're drinking because it usually looks really nice. And we love to share them and just engage with our community in that way.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right. And then so moving on into some of the family and community type questions. We already kind of hit on the family friendly aspect, but you mentioned live music. Could you tell me a little bit more about the live music that you have going on?
Yeah, so we have an audio engineer, Christy. She's great. And she books live music throughout the entire year. So regularly we'll have music like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, throughout the week. And then we have like a resident DJ who plays on Wednesday. He does like reggae and he does a whole bunch of really fun stuff. And then occasionally we'll have some like monthly residencies that take place on Monday. So we'll have some fun local artists that will come in and play on Mondays, which is always super fun because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of other people doing things on Mondays. So it's a nice time for us to like be a busy place and have some music in here.
Mhm.
And then we just get a whole host of music acts. Like tonight, we're going to have some bluegrass, country
Nice.
jams, kind of. We've had like house music in the past. We just had like a heavy metal show over Halloween, which was pretty fun. So yeah, and then I know that Christy does a good job just trying to book a variety of people from like a variety of walks of life and making sure it's an inclusive space for everyone who's here. And she does a really great job at that.
Oh, that's awesome. Sounds like you
Yeah.
guys got a variety of music genres going on there. The,
Yeah, and it's great. We have people that reach out to us like often asking if they can play here. And most of our shows are free, so that's great for people that come here. Very rarely do we have like a ticketed show.
nice. Yeah, the bluegrass especially stuck out to me. I think that's one of my favorite genres to hear live. It's kind of like, I'll play like a bluegrass song or something on my phone for one of my friends, and I don't think that it really comes across as well until you actually go like in person, and then like you
Yeah.
hear it live, and it's like it's just a great time.
Yeah, it gets
So,
really infectious and it's pretty hard to like not dance to it.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any regular events that you kind of host or bring the community together, participating
Yeah,
in?
so we have two big events throughout the year, and then we do have some regular, like, smatterings of events. Our biggest event that we have of the year is called Festiversary, and that takes place in the spring. And that's like a neighborhood block party, pretty much, where we celebrate our anniversary, basically. And it's really fun. Usually have like two stages of live music. We get all these huts and make different beer infusions so people can try something new, and then just also our regular year-round beers as well. We get a bunch of like community partners. I think what did we have? We had some like puppies here. We had some chickens here. We have a bunch of food vendors. And so that's like a really big event that we always look forward to. And it's really fun to like have so many people show up for it. Who played this year? Oh yeah, Dessa played this year, and that was fun. She was our headliner.
Nice.
And then we also have our annual haunted paddle party, which is kind of like our second biggest event of the year. And that is our Halloween party. We do a costume contest. We just had it a couple weeks ago, and it's always really fun. It's a great time. People are just hanging
Oh,
out and drinking beer and wearing costumes, and yeah, it's great.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So this is kind of getting into just kind of logistics of the place. So if
Mhm.
someone's visiting from out of town, what kind of practical information should they know? Just getting around
Sure.
Duluth, or where to park at Bent Paddle, or like do take reservations, just kind
Yeah.
of that
So
stuff.
sure. We
Mhm.
don't take reservations. We do have a private room that people can rent, or we like rent out the whole tap room if people are interested in that. Otherwise, we are lucky enough to have a parking lot attached pretty much like between our production facility and our tap room.
Mhm.
So we have ample parking space, and then there's also street parking as well. In this neighborhood, parking can be kind of hard to find at this point in time. So it's nice that people are able to just use our parking lot. What else? We're open every day of the week. We open at noon and then we either close at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. usually. What other logistics? Yeah, we're in the Lincoln Park Craft District, so there's a lot of other like great things to do in this area too. So aside from just coming to Bent Paddle, people can like park in our parking lot and then
Mhm.
walk around and visit the shops, and it's a great neighborhood to just like walk around in and see what else is going on. Lots of good restaurants and such. Um, yeah. Any
Nice.
other logistics questions?
I guess you kind of hit on it a little bit, but the policy on like large groups or private events and stuff. I know you mentioned a private room. Is that something that people use pretty frequently?
People do use it pretty frequently. We will like rent it out to nonprofits if they're looking to host like a fundraising or something.
Mhm.
And then we also have like birthday parties that happen in there, bachelorette dinners. What else? Just a bunch of random things that people want. And so, yeah, we rent it out. People are able to like get food catered in. Um, and yeah, figure out however they want to like do their drinks and stuff too. Because we can either like comp it or not comp it or like add it on to their rental fee or they can buy their own drinks. And yeah, it's a pretty flexible space for however people want to use it.
Nice, nice.
Hmm.
All right, so these next set of questions, this is kind of tapping into, I guess, the meat and potatoes of it. But
Sure.
so we've got beer questions. So walk me through like your core lineup. What kind of styles do you always have available, and why are they so popular?
Yeah, so our core lineup involves a Pilsner. We have a Bent Hop IPA. We have a cold pressed black, which is a coffee ale. And then we
Oh, yeah,
have a black ale, which is like a porter stout. And the coffee one is the black ale with coffee from a local coffee company. And then
gotcha.
we also have a hazy retro haze and then a light lager, which is those last two are pretty new in our lineup. And then I forgot almost we have a nice amber ale called 14 degree amber. And that one is also really nice. And so yeah, those ones we have on year round. And then in our pilot brewery, we'll make like seasonal beers or more like experimental beers. One of my favorites is this jasmine rice lager that we had.
Hmm,
Right now we have this really nice robust porter, and we also have this like Belgian triple, which is really fun.
nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
that sounds great. And so those are available seasonally, but then also just like if your brewmaster's feeling a little bit creative sometimes, and
Yep. Yeah. So they'll come around seasonally. Sometimes he'll brew some new ones in the pilot brewery, but also we'll do some repeats too.
gotcha.
And then we also feature our like seasonal beers that we release in the market. So right now we have this one called Christmas Cookie Cream Ale. It's based off of like a spritz cookie, if you're familiar. So it's like almond and cardamom.
Oh yeah,
Um,
okay.
yeah, it's delicious, and people love it. So every holiday season, people get really excited for it.
That sounds great. I'm actually one of the things I'm working on for the website right now is kind of a post about just like winter type beers like
Mhm.
that. So that sounds great.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, no, sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut
that's
you off.
all. Good one. It's a great beer. We love it.
Yeah. What's your number one most popular beer and what makes it so special, you think?
Bent Hop IPA is one of our year-round beers and has been one of the first beers that we've made, and it's just like a classic IPA. It's hoppy, it's delicious, it's refreshing. I'm trying to think if I wrote anything special down for it, but yeah, it's just a great beer, and it's been around, and it's won some awards too. And it's just a beer that like is a stronghold in our tap room. We have one staff member who pretty much like only drinks Bent
Oh,
Hop
nice.
so much. Yeah, so it's really cool.
Any beer with like loyalists, that's usually a pretty good sign.
Yep, yep, truly.
So to someone new to the world of craft beer, what would you recommend as like the introduction if they were to come to Bent Paddle?
Yeah. For people who have never really drank beer before, the coffee black ale or the coffee ale is really, really good.
Mhm.
It's kind of coffee-y, but it's also really easy to drink too.
Yeah.
And then we have our light lager, which is also a really just light beer, easy to drink, not super heavy. And then, yeah, if people are feeling adventurous, they can branch out from there. Try one of our pilot brewery beers or one of our seasonal releases too, and see what they like. And we're always like, we do flights of beer too. So if
Mhm.
people are interested in trying something, we'll have a whole host of options for them to sample in little 5 ounce samples.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
The coffee beer, that stands out to me too. I think I had something similar. I'm not sure if it's exactly what you're describing, but I had something similar to that. And it's just the taste actually goes together really well when you have a coffee kind of flavor in there. So
Yeah,
that
it's
does
really
sound
nice.
great.
Mm-hmm.
So a few more questions for you. What's something about your brewery that most visitors don't know but probably should before they get there?
Oh boy, that is a great question. Let me take a look. Oh, I think I touched on it a little bit about
Okay.
just how we used to have the old tap room. That was a big
Yeah.
one. And a lot of people don't know that this space that we're in is rather new to us. So in 2018, we moved to this space, and so that's like relatively recent. And people don't realize that we started off in a much smaller space too. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, we do also have casks. Not a lot of
Oh,
breweries in
really?
our have casks. Yep, and that's something like unique and special to us. And truly, we don't really talk about it as much as we should. So that's my job, and I should do better at that. But it's really cool. It's cool that not a lot of people have it. We do different infusions sometimes. Recently, we just had, what was it? We had a raspberry black ale on cask, I think it was, and it was
Hmm.
delicious, and it was so
Yeah.
nice. And yeah, we don't make a lot of volume of the casks, but what we do have is usually really good and interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that like in your area there are several breweries. Would you like to shout any of them out, or is there any other good recommendations?
Gosh, yeah, we have so many breweries in the area. The water's so good, so it's like a really great place to have a brewery.
Yeah.
I would love to shout them all out, but I'll shout out the ones in our neighborhood at least. We have a couple cideries, so there's Wild State Cider that's pretty close to us, and then Duluth cider is also very close to us. And the breweries in the area, there's Warrior Brewing, Ursa Minor Brewing, and then am I missing one? I don't think so. I don't think I'm missing any. Hopefully not. And then there's us in just in our neighborhood. And then you go out further and there's Canal Park Brewing and Fitkers, which has been around for a really long time, and Lake
Mhm.
Superior Brewing and Blacklist. And there's just so many. We have so many breweries in this like tiny little town. And then
That's
there's
happening.
Earthside.
That's a happening town right there.
Yeah, it's busy. It's fun.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, the reason why I like to ask that is a lot of our viewers actually like to go on like kind of like brewery tours, and they'll go through like a whole bunch of them in the same day and just kind of check them out.
Oh my
So,
gosh, yeah. If you went to all the breweries here, I think you would probably be hitting like close to 12
oh my
breweries
gosh,
just in this area, including the cideries too.
that's a full day. That's a full day at
Yeah.
least.
Full day. Yeah. If you just like expand your circle a little bit more, it gets pretty busy day.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's coming? Just some future questions for you. What's coming up that people should be excited about? Like new beers or the events and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
We are bringing back a fan favorite. It's called Snowmaker Pale Ale. We haven't had it. I don't think we released it last year. But it is a delicious pale ale, and we're pretty excited to have it back. We know some other people are excited to have it back. We'll be doing Festiversary again this year. We don't know exactly what the lineup is yet, but we're excited to see what the lineup is and what our space looks like as things are changing and we're trying some new things. And then what else? Yeah, just excited for another year of great beer and beverages.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to.
Yeah,
All right, so I got a few closing questions for you.
sure.
So first one, I always like to ask this: if someone could only try three things at your brewery, be it food or beers, what would you recommend?
That's a good question. I'm thinking like experience beer and maybe like one of our THC beverages. Okay, this is what I would say. I would encourage everyone to try Bent Hop. I think that it's a standard flagship beer, year-round beer that we have, and it's just great. And it's like really representative of like the great beers that we try and make
Mhm.
here. I would encourage everyone to come and see some live music here, either inside on the Cosmic stage or if they're lucky, like outside in the summertime, because it's just beautiful out there. It's gorgeous and I love it. And then lastly, if people are interested in trying our hemp-derived THC beverages, we have a line called Heightened, which is delicious and is like a Paloma, which is really delicious and refreshing. And then we also have a Moscow Mule, which is
Oh, really?
similar. Amazing. Yeah, and they're really good. And we've been making some mocktails to keep on tap for people who aren't interested in drinking or are looking for an alternative at the time.
Mhm.
And we took the THC out of those two, and ooh, it was so good. It was such a delicious just mocktail, and I loved it. So yeah, we've got some good things.
That sounds awesome. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. I meant to ask more about the THC beers and stuff,
Sure.
and I just totally forgot. So I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
that up.
Well, it's
Um,
a crazy time in the hemp world lately. I don't know if you heard about there was the farm bill that was passed a few years
I haven't
ago, and
heard.
recently, yeah, so that was what allowed us to be able to make our CBD and our THC beverages, and then just recently with the government reopening, it was included in the bill that hemp is now like federally illegal. So we do have like a year to figure out what we'll do, or hopefully like hemp will be reinstated and with some different regulations on it. Because
Mhm.
right now, yeah, that's making up a big part of our revenue. And so as we go forward, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So yeah, the THC beverages are great. People love them. They're super awesome alternative for people who are not interested in drinking or
Mhm.
just trying to make some lifestyle changes. And so yeah, we're optimistic that we'll get some hemp information, I guess, in the next year, and we'll be able to continue making them.
Yeah. Well, so the time to get it, it might be right now.
Right. Yeah, get it while you can. And also, like, a great time to support breweries, too, because I know a lot of breweries, even in our area, are making hemp-derived THC beverages. And it's like really helping out the bottom line, too, as some people are not drinking as much as they used to.
Gotcha. Well, best of luck with all that.
Yeah.
What's the best way for people to stay connected with what you guys are doing there?
Yeah, we have our website, bentpaddlebrewing.com. That's
Mhm.
where we show all of our beers that we have. We have a bunch of news articles that we put out. They can sign up for our email. And then we also have our social media. We're on a lot of them. We're on Threads, we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So kind of all over the place if anyone wants to keep up to date with us.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
And then any final thoughts or messages for people that might be considering a visit?
It's a great place to visit pretty much all year round. People really love coming in the fall. People love coming in the summer. In the winter time, it's also beautiful. Um, yeah, bring lots of layers. The weather's always changing here. And yeah, it's a great place to come and visit. And we'd love to have people stop by.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for today. Be sure to check out some of our other exclusive interviews with the people from the best breweries in the Midwest. Bye now.